Hey, are you brave enough to spend the night in the scariest hotel room in the world? Because I'm gonna tell you all about it. There's a hotel room that no one can escape. People go in there and they never come out the same. They either end up clawing at the door in the middle of the night, or they're found in the morning with their eyes wide open, staring blankly into space. The thing is though, people still try to book this room, even though everyone knows that you're never supposed to come back from it. The hotel always has an excuse for why it's never been used. They say it's under renovation, but really, no one knows what goes on behind those doors. Locals whisper that if you enter the room, you're never quite the same when you leave. And the scariest part is that it seems to choose its victims at random. When I first read this story, my mind immediately went to Mr. Beast. Because this dude loves a good scary story. But then I realized something. This story is actually way scarier than anything he's ever done. Because in Mr. Beast's videos, you know what you're getting into. With this story though, it's more psychological. It gets in your head, and it stays there. For example, you might be watching this video right now thinking, well, it's just a story. There's no way it could possibly be real. Well, that's exactly what the people in these stories think too. That is until they get trapped in the room and no one comes to rescue them. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're ever staying at a hotel and your keycard doesn't match the room number, don't question it. Just let fate take its course. After all, you're not going to believe what happens next. In one version of the story, a man finds his keycard says 404, but his booking is for room 303. So naturally, he knocks on the door and asks the person inside to come out so he can get into his room. But instead, the person on the other side starts screaming bloody murder. Then suddenly, the lights flicker and the door handle begins to shake violently. The man runs for his life, but he's not fast enough. The door bursts open and the creature inside chases him down the hallway. He tries to warn the other guests, but no one listens because they're too busy minding their own business. So he runs to the elevator and tries to escape, but it's too late. The monster is right behind him and it lunges forward. Its claws pierce the skin on his neck and it hisses, "You shouldn't have come here." Then everything goes black. Another version of the story is even more terrifying. A woman is checking in for her room when she hears a blood-curdling scream coming from down the hall. She ignores it and walks toward the elevators, but the same scream pierces her ears again. Startled, she turns around to look for the source of the noise, but she sees nothing, so she dismisses it as her imagination. However, when she gets to her room and opens the door, she sees a horrifying sight. On the floor in front of her is a keycard that reads simply, "Do not enter." I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, bye.